We're live.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks, hashtag SSBR. We are the Odds Couple. Mike Brenner. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the live show we do every day at 10:30. Well, Mike Brenner, I've done most of my Sweet 16 numbers crunching, and I have some opinions. There's definitely tough lines. But I have some opinions. I think I'm going to have some.
Before you get off and running on all that, Matty Ice, check it out. I mean, he is just you gotta shave when you're hot like Pistol Pete.
Well, you know, I think well, actually, I had a loser yesterday with the under in
college. I had a good day in college.
Although the first half cap.
How do you obtain that thing? You know, I know people on camera can't see me, but it takes me about. I only have to shave once every 3 weeks. I don't even use. I honestly don't even use shaving cream or water. It just doesn't grow that. How do you manage that thing? I buy the cheap. Like Quiniento clippers.
Oh, no.
Quiniento. Fly them on the side of the road even.
Yeah. No. Had a red light, traffic stop in front of the KFC.
Everything about me is au natural.
Natural.
All right. So I got some odds here.
Or something?
Yeah. I got some odds here from
our friends at UWager.
Who are the ones who generously sponsored the contest this year.
That was really cool, that contest, except for mine.
And I've got the odds here, UWager, for to win the NCAA championship. I don't even know. Now I have some opinions on the Sweet 16 lines, but it's so wide open still. I mean, the favorite is North Carolina at 450.
I got to be honest with you. Right now, it does to me, Pete.
I think I might put Kansas as the favorite. They're
if Kansas, if they can duplicate just the effort, not the score, but the effort, because that team had no quit last game. They were dangerous, and even when they got up big, they didn't stop. If they keep that going, I think you could be exactly right. I mean, for me to give a top three, Pete, I think it's North Carolina, Kansas, and here's another one I'm going to surprise. I like West Virginia.
Really? Yeah. Well, West Virginia right now, UWager.eu 18-1. And Kentucky 10-1. This is what I'm talking about. It's like they're all kind of vaguely good bets.
It all says parity.
It's better value. So say you're confident that Kansas is going to win those next two and take that. You're way better off betting those futures on the regional
instead of look at the regionals now.
So Kansas to win the regional.
Matt and I were talking off camera about that. Yeah, I like South Carolina.
I don't know. I mean, Kansas is plus 110 here at UWager.eu to win the Midwest, but they got to get by Michigan, and then they got to get by the winner of Oregon, Purdue. I mean, I don't know.
Buddy, I'm not kidding.
Those guys could get taken out.
What's really cool is every single team in it right now believes that they can win the whole thing.
Sure.
Not just the region. They believe they can win the whole thing.
I don't think any of these teams are lying to themselves. A lot of teams believe shit like that, and they're just bullshitting themselves.
Do you think we're going to get lucky and have a knock on the door and say, "Here, guys, we're going to send you to the Sweet 16"?
Yeah,
would that be beautiful?
Yes, I think so.
Or the Final Four would be nice.
I don't know. There's a lot. There's clearly a lot of parity. UCLA at 9.5-1 here at UWager.eu. I mean, they could do it, and I'll let the cat out of the bag on one of my Sweet 16 opinions. I like UCLA to pick them over Kentucky.
Guess what? I got to let the same cat out of the bag. I'm going with the same thing, and
now,
as you can tell right now, there it is.
Yeah, obviously Kentucky could win, but at a coin flip odds, I would take UCLA.
If you don't mind me throwing something in there, go ahead. I think this is one team that's more coherent. They played together a long time, regardless of all the bullshit and drama with Lonzo Ball's father. Kentucky's full of one and done, so let's not get that. Let's not mistake that. And you got a damn good coach. Steve Alford for UCLA is a damn good coach. He loves this level. He said it without being cocky the other day. He said, "I think we're moving on further. I think we're going to get this win." I think they do. I absolutely think they go in there and they beat Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's that's a tough one. If they were getting a few points, then it might be different. But and the other thing is that Kentucky has been struggling a little bit over the last couple games, and is that obviously they can turn it around on a dime, but you can't deny the fact they have been struggling. They have some issues.
I would like to offer another insight to this. Since Calipari took that team over and everything, I think what's happened is people have figured out how to deal with Calipari's magic with one and dones. They've learned how to do that, and And if you look at the pattern, since they were like dominate when that rule changed, right? You can see it. People are figuring it out. They're not as I think they're overvalued and overranked. And this is not a knock against them. I think it's more on their name than it is anything else. I think
they are. You're right. They're officially the youngest team in the tournament right now. They got out rebounded by Wichita State. It went down to the line. So who knows what's going to happen here? But I got to.
I see it. I see a 5-point win or more.
Coach's wife in that game.
Which one? Calipari?
It was a Wichita State game.
No, is she a hottie?
No.
Oh.
But She's crazy. She was screaming.
Oh yeah, she got trouble.
Kicked out.
She got kicked out. I did see that. She was cussing away, cussing like a damn sailor, buddy. For real. Pete.
I will have a few picks on the.
What would your mom say if you brought a girl home like that and started just cussing like a damn sailor? Holy shit! I saw that. That was embarrassing.
That's happened to me, and it is embarrassing.
Yeah. I will have a few picks on the 5 minor tournament games that go tonight. There's a couple lines.
I got to throw one out there right now before we even film our show. Here's one. These are two. Go ahead. Two teams that have never met, never played each other whatsoever. I like it. This is for the NIT. I like Illinois. I like Illinois beating UCF.
Okay, that's one of my 10-foot pole games, just so you know. But because I don't want yet.
I liked Georgia Tech yesterday.
Yeah,
I liked it really good. No,
I'm
not saying. Actually, I had a 2-0 day in college, so I feel because. Remember that one, and you called this. You said TCU is either going to blow them out. And guess what happened? They blew them out. I went on the first half. Jamie Dixon had them boys playing, buddy. They were nailing it. They were up 24 to like 11 at one time.
I hit the under on the first half on that one in the full game. The second half went way
guess why you hit that under?
You
hit that under because TCU, man, their defense locked that other team down.
The full game under, I lost. But all right, let's see some questions.
How's Guam White? Hey, Dan Kellerman, I want to hear what Dan's got to say about Sweet 16.
Look at this. Like Cynthia Paniago. Wow, Pete looks hot today. You know, it's nice to get. It's nice to get a little positive.
When you're hot like Pistol Pete, you gotta shave, right?
All right.
He does.
Little positivity never hurt anyone.
I'm just dying for you to put on another damn hat.
I do look.
Matty, it took me 7 months to convince him to take the brown hat off. When he finally said yes, I didn't know he was going to come back with the same damn logo. Holy shit, you got to mix it up, Pistol Pete.
Interestingly, we have no questions yet for specific games.
I'm dying to hear what Dan Kellerman and Guam White got to say about the Sweet 16. I want their input.
Mr. Miller, thoughts in Wyoming.
Ooh, I like them.
Should I let the cat out of the
bag? Yeah, let it out.
That's one of my.
Nope. Got to leave them on and watch the show.
Okay.
Wyoming got to watch it. No, we got.
All right. I will comment on that game and say that
it's one of the bigger plays.
I will comment that the game doesn't quite make sense to me.
Me neither. And I'll leave it at that.
I mean, I understand that Utah Valley's been playing great, and they are legitimately much better than their record on the year. But they're going into Wyoming, getting
I know.
Getting only 3.
Total lean on that one, though. We did have a specific question.
Total lean on that. Here you go.
Well, the under.
Total's low, Shaq.
That's a tough one because both teams are two of the highest, fastest-paced teams in the country.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when teams like Latin meet up, there can be a synergistic effect where the game just goes into the stratosphere.
Sure.
I was looking at it. I was thinking maybe about the under, but because they both play such high-paced games and they both love to shoot threes, which is so volatile, right? Both these teams are two of the biggest three-point shooting teams in the country as well.
That's got first half overwritten all over.
Yeah, anything could happen. I'm staying off the total. It's the side that I'm liking. But again, I mean, we already pretty much revealed what we like here, but the side just doesn't make sense to me.
Thanks, guys.
The side just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, that's the problem. You have two teams playing a high pace, which can again be very careful when you have two high paced teams going together because it can like just explode in the stratosphere. And again, two teams that love to shoot the three.
You like that word? That's the third time you used it. That damn
well, it makes sense.
Hey, I got to say something real quick, guys. It's baseball season. Make sure you check out SBR's odds page. Get ready. All right, line shopping is everything in baseball. Don't just assume, they're going to have the best lines. All right, you got to do your homework and take advantage of this sharp tool. And also, again, I can't thank enough our friends at UWager for that bracket that they sponsored. That was awesome. That contest, it was fun, and we appreciate that. So we need to throw some props their way.
Do we want to give any comments on? Do we want to give any comments on the NBA today?
Yeah, I think we'll give one comment.
We'll get through. Let's stick with the CBI real quick. The UIC Coastal Carolina game, Mr. Guan is curious about.
Mr. Guan.
That one, the side I'm passing on. I wanted to take the total, but the total is weirdly high and weirdly getting bet up. So I was leaning under on that one, and I did bet it. But the line doesn't make sense to me, and the line movement doesn't make sense to me. So I'm on the under, but that could be a loser. But I'm on the under on that one.
All right, well that leads me into another question. Just your overall thoughts at this point on Sweet 16 lines. Do you agree with them? Do you think that totals, especially for at least me, are they a little bet up because of the way things have been going?
Well, the totals are here. Let's just. I'm going on.
They are posted.
Going on NCAA basketball odds here at SBR Odds. Clicking on sides and totals, and now we got all the sides and totals. the Sweet 16 line. So the totals are, in some games they're looking dead on to me. Like for instance, Xavier Arizona looks very dead on. South Carolina Baylor looks dead on. That's going to be a modest scoring game, but it's
the one I thought didn't is the one I pulled yesterday as an official pick. I took Arizona -7.5. Is that line still sitting there?
Yes, has not moved at all.
Yeah.
The weird thing is that UCLA and Kentucky, which they already played once, and that game went into, I think it went into the 170s or the 190s, some huge scoring game. They already played once. It opened in high 160s and gotten bet way down. Yeah. It's now down to 165 roughly.
See, that doesn't make sense.
Huge,
If anything, I would think those two would come out and explode through the stratosphere.
At some point, I mean, obviously it's a big game, and that like they're going to be playing a little bit cautiously, but you got to figure at some point they're just going to start trying to score on each other back and forth. So that's an interesting total move that I think definitely caught me by surprise, and definitely when you see a line move like that, that's either sharp money or very big dumb money, because that's not the public.
And let's not forget, this is that time of year when some of that public deep pocket money people, remember that? You talked about that before.
So it's not necessarily right. And when you get to the championship levels in both in college football and in really in anything in the NFL, but specifically in the Sweet 16, that's where you can start to get big public money that can start to have a bigger effect on the line, especially when you're talking about college basketball totals, which it doesn't take that much money to move a total, at all. So,
breaking it down with Pistol Pete, there's one other game. I see two lopsided games myself. I see North Carolina and I see Arizona's lopsided. I think both of those teams win by double digits, and I think they get there quite quickly.
I'm actually agreeing with you with Arizona. I mean, Xavier's kind of played over their head, and if they revert back to being a mediocre team, they're going to lose by double digits.
Let's not forget, 22 games into the season, they were not a consistent machine. Pistol Pete,
I will tell you
taking that comment, you look hot today. I was thinking about that.
Well, I'm thinking about how do you how when you win.
I got you. See this blue bracelet?
Exactly.
You see this blue bracelet? There's a story behind this blue bracelet.
If someone says you're smart, then you're like, well, I'm flat broke. How do I monetize this? So if someone says you're hot, great. But if you're not getting laid, who cares? May as well be ugly. You know what I'm saying? It almost makes you feel bad, because it's like if you're ugly and you're not getting laid, then it's like you're not wasting anything. But if you're hot and you're not getting laid,
inside that mind of yours,
it kind of makes you feel bad. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you have cancer and someone's like, "Oh, it's a beautiful day outside."
You lost weight.
I don't know.
Holy cow! How'd we get there?
I'll tell you. Getting back to college basketball, I'll tell you the one game that has me the most confused that I'm not going to bet on at all. Getting back to college basketball, and that is the West Virginia Gonzaga game, both on the side and the total.
Wow.
I can't even. There's no way I can bet the under. No way I can bet the over. No way I can bet Gonzaga. No way I can bet West Virginia. I can't take that game any which way.
My West Virginia Gonzaga game for me is the Wisconsin Florida game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm going with Florida, but I just something about that game. Damn it.
Actually, the only reason I didn't say that one is because that's the one game that I have to look into more. I'm planning on doing a little bit more research here. But
what was that, Maddie?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
What did you say about worms?
Oh my God, a lot of people.
Holy
crap.
About Michigan? Okay.
Michigan.
No, you were talking about something. You were talking to Pete.
A lot of people talking about Michigan here. Wow. Chris Martin says I have Michigan in the Final Four. Wow. I watched their first Big Ten tourney games. They looked amazing. Yes, I know. West Virginia, I think, will beat them straight up.
I mean, I'm just wondering, though. I'm starting to believe it can't be a fluke, because they looked so bad when they were bad this year. I mean, I'm not kidding. Pistol Pete, you could have loaded up 3-point land. Anybody. They couldn't stop a fly.
Right. It's definitely not a fluke. When you get to the Sweet 16, none of the teams are a fluke, So it's like, obviously it's not a fluke, but they're going up against Oregon.
I think this round, I think they're going to beat this team from start to finish. I think Michigan's just going to own them.
Yeah.
Now, Elite Eight, I think it tightens up for them. Before, I don't know if they make it to the 4. I just don't.
I'll tell you my take on the Michigan Oregon. I'll just let the cat out of the bag on that right now. I think I was leading over on that one, and I think more first half over. I think I'm going to be on the first half over. It should be not super high, about 70 or so.
I was figuring 70, 70.
As we know, as everyone who watched that video knows, I was all over the first half over in Michigan, Oklahoma State, which was not looking good for a while,
and then all of a
went
sudden,
easily over. Yeah, so
you remember that? Oh no, he was panicking. Booyah was here. It was 11-11.
It was 11 after like 8 minutes. Then it went way over, and I think that the best way for me, of course, Michigan could win outright. They're the favorite, but my best bet on that game is going to be the first half over.
In the conference tournament on watch, they've gone on runs of 8 and 10 more than any, literally blowing out runs than anybody else. So that's where they're able to just put those points up.
3 years ago too.
Man, bro, just out of nowhere, bam, bam, bam.
So yeah, there's ways I'm liking all these games.
Love that coach.
Michigan, Oregon,
yeah.
Yes. All right.
Good questions. Hey, how about USA baseball?
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about some USA baseball, guys. You know,
Pete, are you talking about the game last night?
Tonight.
Well, no. USA got last night. They won to go into the finals, right?
Barely.
They
beat Japan.
Did you see that catch that one dude made? Holy
no,
shit.
But I know that it was a very close game.
Yep.
Let's see.
What are the odds for the finals for USA? Let's see if we can find those.
Actually, I don't know if they have them up here yet.
All right. I thought
them up here. Yeah, I can check them if you want, but I haven't looked at that.
Maddie, did Justin give you those?
I can tell you that they were favorites last night, though.
Small, very small. Yeah, very small favorites.
Yeah, it's very small. It should be a fantastic game.
All right.
Yes. Let's see. What else do we want to discuss? You want to discuss any NBA stuff? Let's see.
Well, maybe.
Okay, but we can talk about what's interesting, so we can tease. This is called teasing our next show. We can tease the upcoming NBA odds couple show.
Well, there's one
Philadelphia. What to make of them, man? Unbelievable. I think they're 45 and 25 ATS overall, but OKC is coming off of the loss to Golden State.
But that just showed you really the OKC team they are.
Yeah.
They're not going to be any threat whatsoever. And Philadelphia's gaining confidence, Pete. And I don't think you can put a line on it. And I don't think that team deserves to be 11-point underdogs.
But I'll tell you what, before the OKC loss, before the Golden State loss, OKC had 3 straight double-digit wins.
This could go south, but we keep waiting for Philadelphia to go south. But Brett Brown, that coach, says, hell no, not us. There's one team that I learned last night. They might as well just sit the hell down. They might as well fire the coach, and they might as well just call it quits. And the same thing with their hockey town. I'm talking about Detroit. They suck, and they can prove it. The Pistons suck, and they can prove it. Van Gundy, you try, but you got to go. You got to get somewhere else.
That was one.
Nobody wants to coach in Detroit.
We went head to head, and I was on Brooklyn. I saw that one
coming.
You
didn't think it was going to be an outright win.
I thought it was. In fact, I just didn't have the balls to pick it up.
See there. Now he's putting it on the balls.
Sure. Okay. I definitely thought an outright win was very.
You ever heard that song "Big Balls" by AC/DC?
For sure, I thought it was.
When AC/DC, that's real AC/DC. Anything after Bon Scott was Brian Johnston, and that was just flash.
You guys see that fight in the Raptors Bulls game?
I loved it. You talk about it. It was between Lopez and you know what, Ibaka, and I watched the whole thing. And Lopez, Ibaka did nothing. He barely touched him. He turned around. He tries to swat the ball, and they both though. If you saw the shots they took, you talk about 2 guys that have no right stepping into a boxing ring. They both proved it. And it just kind of exploded. The coolest part was DeRozan grabbed him and pulled Ibaka literally to the ground and almost flipped over with him. But yeah, there's 2 other teams, Toronto, that I learned from.
All right, we got some more comments. Chris Martin says Spurs covered last night, baby. Yeah, I had Minnesota first half with cash, and then didn't cash.
Minnesota, give it to me.
But then I lost on the full game.
Yeah, Spurs. There's another team that's not going to be a threat. I don't think they can even think of hanging with anything. Golden State.
Now we got a lot of people. I'm sure you're going to talk about this in the NBA Odds Couple show, but a lot of people asking about the Cavs going into Denver. Denver is banged up. Well, I think they're getting.
Gotta wait. You got to wait on that. Yeah, and everybody's used to me being all over the Cavs.
Yeah, Mike Renner's going to have an opinion on that one. Not surprising there.
Matty Ice, what's going on? What else we need? Any other questions that you?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about NIT tonight. Woo, we got Illinois, UCF, and
what was in his coffee this morning?
CSU Bakersfield and UT Arlington.
See, that's a Pistol Pete game.
UT Arlington, the Bakersfield Arlington game. I definitely have an opinion on that one.
I guess
should I give it? We got to tune in for the to the college.
Yeah, college. We're getting ready to jump in there.
I definitely have an opinion on that one. That's a very interesting one because Bakersfield is for real, right? They play great defense. The thing is that UT Arlington kind of had a chip on their shoulder. They could have been one of the Cinderella teams in the tournament. That team is good for real, not like good for a UT Arlington.
Hey, to follow up on one other trend I talked about yesterday, Matty, in hockey, because there was all of those games that were all unders. Yesterday, every hockey game had 5 or more goals except one. So it's weird how those trends are just literally flip-flopping overnight as you get closer to NHL time, baby. God, I can't wait till playoff time on the ice.
Idaho, Texas State.
Whoa, throw that one.
That one actually, I looked at. I have no opinion. No,
on a lean.
Really, I have no opinion.
Touched on it again. Thanks again to our friends at UWager, and they got some great lines out, by the way. So make sure you guys Sweet 16.
Give me your best bets for tonight.
Okay, let's do it. Best bets for tonight. I'm going to give you my one. I had my one last night covered.
All right, what's that? What are you going to give?
I'm going to give Illinois, baby, for the full game, Matty.
Plus 3.5, and I'm going to give.
Hey, what's it on there on the U-Wagers line? Because I don't have my glasses on.
It's 3.5 everywhere.
Everywhere.
There's not a split line on that one. It's 3.5.
I want to make sure I use their lines.
And
say hi to our friends.
And another one. Look, again, the line confuses me. I'm not exactly sure why the line is what it is, but I'm going to give Wyoming -3 as my best bet.
Pete, I got to ask you this. Right? You never really did fully answer Maddie's question about how you tame that damn mustache.
No, I don't. I don't do anything. Yeah, I really don't do anything. I mean,
Joe Dirt. That is beautiful. We need to have a part 2, and there it is. Holy cow!
I mean, I guess I should probably track what I eat and then track how that affects mustache maintenance. But I haven't done that.
And we'd be remiss. Guys haven't talked about it for a while, but I got a message last night from Judge Joe. He's coming down from the 30th to the 4th. He's ready to go. He saw Booyah with us, and he's like, "Can I come to the studio and say hello and meet everybody?" Heck yeah, you can, Judge Joe. Coming down, buddy. Ready to go.
Yep. All right.
Knock it out of here.
Okay, I guess that's it. Don't forget to tune into the NBA Odds Couple show that we've been teasing all show long. That's going to be up later on today.
That's right, guys. And also check out the odds page at SBR, sharpest tool in the industry. And you got to do your homework. It's absolutely free. Odds Couple at SBR coming to you, baby. Okay.